Hello everybody, welcome back to our Austro-Hungarian campaign, where we will be using auto-resolve for most of the battles to see how good the AI is. Um, Last time we stopped at the end of 1895, I believe, um, and we were basically just keeping calm, staying out of trouble. So let's continue our campaign. So let's see what happens. Yes, we're in January 1895. Control 5 provinces as per the start. Our unrest is 9. Naval prestige minus 19. We have 30 ships. We're not doing anything. Our technology is advanced. Our shipyard is sort of small. We have a little bit of naval funds. We're in the plus with our monthly balance. So let's get the show on the road or get the show on the sea. Our government wants to organize an international regatta to promote the mutual understanding at sea between all countries. What is your opinion? That sounds very good. You agree in planning event to contribute to world peace. Cost me 15 million. That's not a lot. I could do with that. It will be a waste of money. More unrest and less prestige. And as if the government had nothing to do, we'll pay, because that gives us better relationships with our future enemies. Let's have a look. We're growing at 11.4%, which is the fastest of all of the nations. Still, we have the smallest fleet, albeit by one ship compared to the Italians. We don't love or hate anyone, really. No one loves or hates us, which is fair enough and as expected this early in the campaign. Finances, let's expand our shipyard again. Let's keep on doing that. And we're still making money. We are investing in tech budget. Transport capacity is maxed out. Won't go above 200%. Crew pool, we don't really need that yet. Let's see how much that would cost us. 5 million. Pff, peanuts. Let's train our crew as well. Research, we are researching big and small guns, because that's quite useful for accuracy, range, and development in general. We do have a few ship designs. We have armored cruisers, so heavy cruisers. We've got light cruisers, and that is everything we have as per our doctrine. Let's have a look. Everything is in limited mode. Don't know what that does. Ship's crew is automatically replenished at the start of the next turn. Yep, we'll keep that. And let's see what happens. The government is worried about the growing international tension. A military confrontation with the French Empire becomes possible. What is your advice? If you want peace, prepare for war. Si vis pacem para bellum. Sorry. Gives us more naval budget but less GDP? No. We need to intimidate French Empire by significantly enhancing our military strength. Minus 2% GDP? Absolutely not. We are not going to pay the... Actually, +5 relations with French, -2 unrest. 26 million naval funds. Yeah, I don't want to provoke anyone at this point in time, so let's pay a little bit. Advanced small funnels. Good. Other than that, nothing really going on. We're still making almost 11 million a month, despite expanding our shipyard. See what else goes on. French Empire presented to us an ultimatum demanding the extraction of a defector who requests an amnesty from our country. The Minister of Justice asks for your advice about the situation. So, what are our options? Say no. He may share valuable information about the French Empire. That gives us -7 with the French. Return him to them. We should not risk causing more tension between our countries. That gives us +3, but less prestige and more unrest. And negotiate to exchange them with something valuable to us. -2 with the French, +1 unrest, +1 prestige, 13 million. I don't want to provoke the French just yet, so we'll go with increased relations with the French. At a press conference, a journalist asked if you consider French Empire as a possible enemy for the future. What is your answer? You consider French enemy to be a potential adversary, -5 with the French. No. We are ready to fight, -2 with the French. Or you believe that in the near future there will be no war. Of course, we know there will be, but for now, -3 prestige, -3 unrest. That's fair enough. And we have semi-armor piercing shells, which give us -5 AP gun range and +80 maximum AP shell ricochet angle. That's good. Ricochet chance, AP shell damage. Sounds good. And we'll just keep on developing our guns for now. Mark II 8-inch guns. Very good. That is good for our heavy cruisers, I believe. Oh no, they've got 6-inch guns. Okay, fair enough. I'm not worried about that yet. 600 million, 11 million plus. Shipyard is being built. 12%. We're disliked. Who cares? We are growing at 14%, which is still the biggest of all of the nations, and we would like to keep it this way. British versus French, French versus Italians, doesn't affect us in any way. 5,000 tons heavy cruiser, still peanuts. It's a paper ship. I'm not going to bother building a 5,000 ship heavy cruiser. That's pointless. We'll just keep on zapping through this. Torpedo protection. +1% floatability. -2.5 sustained speed while turning. Resistance, hull cost, weight, construction time. -20% torpedo damage and -20% flooding chance. That's not too bad. +5% ship repairs. And Mark II 13-inch guns. Very nice. So, let's have a look at our ship design. Vorarlberg. Oh god, let's see if we hit that bug again. Where there is nothing on the ship. Oh no, looking good. What did we get? Torpedo protection, right? No, we didn't. Why is there no torpedo protection here? Oh, there we go. Anti-torp 1. Nose fuse, base fuse. We'll take base fuse. Standard AP. We'll take semi-AP. Heavy shells and all the rest. Oh. Yeah, we can use 16-inch torpedo. Oh, we need a rangefinder. Yes. Why didn't we have a rangefinder before? So we can do a 6-inch. No. A 5.8-inch main belt. Okay. What else do we have? 6-inch guns. ±0, ±0 length. We don't really have a lot of way to play with. So let's save this as our heavy cruiser design. And let's have a look at our light cruiser design. We'll do the same. Refit and... interesting. Here we do not get torpedo protection. Okay, fair enough. We'll discard that and refit our armor armored or heavy cruisers. Refit. Oh, we can do that because they're all in the harbor in limited deployment. And it takes probably a month. Yep. We'll go back here. And something is... Oh, there we go. Fast torpedo. Okay. Minus 35% range, which is crap. In 1895, torpedoes have no range anyway. So minus 35% range is stupid. So we'll just ignore that. We finished refitting our ships, obviously. And hull strengthening. Improved structural steel materials with even better strength to weight ratio can produce bigger and stronger hulls. Plus 2.5% hull form, plus resistance, minus hull weight. Very good. Always happy about lower weights. 8-inch casemate guns. Okay. 8-inch caliber for secondary guns. Okay. Let's see. 2 months until the next invention. Small guns. We are advanced in our technology, which is good. Everybody likes being advanced. And we are still keeping out of trouble for the time being. Yeah, we've just finished about 6 years. No need to really provoke anyone. And especially because we're still making money. One of our military ships has collided with a destroyer belonging to the French Empire. Oh, God. Journalists are interested in your opinion about what happened. You state that the accident happened because of the incompetence of the French Empire's crew. That is going to decrease our relations with the French. We don't want that. Bad weather. -3 prestige, +1 unrest, +2 with the French. Ignore the question. Let's say it all happened because of bad weather conditions. Advanced towers. New towers for the largest warships such as battleships. Incorporate complex technologies in order to function at the highest standards. Yep, whatever. 7-inch Mark II guns. Yes, we're getting there slowly. 1896. And we shall keep on going. And the more money we make, we are going to need that money later. We are desperately going to need that money. So the more money we can make now, the better for us later. The press accuses you and your staff for delays and disruption of ship construction contracts. What is your answer? It's a slander invented by political parties of the opposition. In fact, the fleet is underfunded due to the difficult economic situation of our country. It gives us minus GDP. We don't want that. We'll conduct a personal investigation. -35 million, +2 prestige, -2 unrest. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. That's damage limitation. Military awareness is spreading across the world. The government wishes to demonstrate our power by conducting naval exercises close to the French Empire's waters. What is your opinion? You fully agree. Gives us -10 with the French. You advise to act more carefully and not provoke the French. -2 prestige, +1 unrest. And the fleet needs more money and time to become ready for offensive maneuvers. -3 with the French. We don't want that. Let's do this. We are following the policy of appeasement. You visited an international weapons exhibition. A journalist asked about your impressions. You are not particularly interested. -3 with the French. Plus money, +2 unrest. +1 prestige, -2 unrest. Keeping pace with global military development. Yes, we are. We're doing a very good job at it too. Mark III 9-inch guns. Yes. We're slowly getting there. Let's have a look. Yep, still 200%. Everything else is on 100. Building 72%. All looking good. British versus Germans, French versus Germans. So the Germans are starting a war. Well, actually, the British and French are starting a war with the Germans, but we'll see. There is civil unrest in Italy that is mentioned in several newspapers. Journalists asked your opinion about this. French Empire secret agents are behind this. -3 with the French. I don't know anything about it. Probably the default answer. And this is going to cost us 1.5% GDP. We certainly don't want that. We'll go with +1 unrest. I can live with unrest 3. And British and French against Germans. Okay, torpedo boat up to 300 tons. Okay. Let's see, this is 80%. It's going to take a few more months. Politics, we're growing at 20%, which is still faster than anyone else. We're not particularly friendly or hostile to anyone. With anyone, we've got a crew pool of 10,000, which is the smallest, except for the Brits, but they've got 107 ships to man, so yes, that's expected. 833 million, they've got 59, 65, 63, 1.8 billion. I mean, look at their naval budget, 127 million compared to 75 million that we have. That's almost, well, not quite, but almost double. But they are the redcoats, so let's press on. Mark III 2-inch guns, okay. I think we have them somewhere. And we have finished 1986. Industrialists who are impressed by our Navy are ready to invest for the needs of the fleet. What's your answer? Navy will certainly appreciate. 70 million +2 unrest. Better to invest in development of industrial infrastructure. The country's economy needs more growth. Yes, that is very appealing. Oh, our times are difficult. Donating money to the poor or allocating them for social needs be a valuable act of humanism. +1 prestige -5 unrest. Don't even have 5 unrest. So we'll invest in GDP. Ooh. War erupted between French and German Empire. So all of a sudden our relations with the French went down the toilet. -34. I don't actually understand because we are not allied with the Germans. But now we go. Whatever it is. Not too worried. French, they're over here. I'm here. French are not coming here yet. And welcome 1897. British, German, we are not interested. The Minister of Foreign Affairs believes that the fleet needs more cruisers. He would support the raising of adequate funds for the construction of cruisers. Agree, that gives us unrest into 100 million. Cruisers are enough and the fleet needs money for other requirements. -3 prestige, -1 unrest. He should better not interfere. I'll tell you what, I can live with 3 unrest and 117 million, sure. So we are now over 1 billion. That should put us #1. Oh no, 1.7 billion and 1.0 billion. Okay, never mind. Okay, we are still researching guns. I will keep this for a little bit because, yes, it is very useful. This first part of this whole campaign is going to be rather uneventful because let's face it, we are a little bit at a disadvantage. So we will stay put and do our technology research, save money, expand our shipyards, which we're going to do now from 22.5 to 26.5. We definitely want to keep growing our economy at the maximum available rate, 16.67% versus 14.5% for the British. We're still on sort of friendly terms with the Brits. We don't particularly like the French, but then again, who does? So, we are there. Nothing really happening. Germans keeping the bridge occupied up there. We are not going to get involved. French leading in the Western Mediterranean, I believe. Oh no, Italians have more power projection now. North Atlantic. That's where the French lead, and the English Channel. Yeah, that's where the French have their main naval force, I believe. Okay. All of that is not our problem. The French Empire has sent us an ultimatum. Oh God, they feel daring. Demanding financial compensation for our discovered acts of espionage. The government is interested in your opinion about this. I don't think we are ready for war with the French yet. So 39 million. Don't want relations with the French to deteriorate. 20 million. Yeah, make a counteroffer. We'll pay them off. Cheap bastards. I think it'll be in the mid-1900s when we are actually going to get involved in real battles, because that's when we'll have the technology to really be one of the major players and take part in fleet operations. Italians, British and French, yeah, whatever. So, light cruisers, 3,500 tons. Semi-armored cruiser 1. I am not sure what a semi-armored cruiser is supposed to... Well, obviously it's something between a light cruiser and an armored cruiser, or a heavy cruiser. But I don't really know what the advantage of that would be. Let's take it and just ignore it. Mark 310, yes, very nice. Do I have any ship with 10-inch guns? I do not. Got 5 and 6-inch. Ooh. Light cruisers have 5, heavy cruisers have 6. I'll keep that as it is. Yes, we'll keep that as it is. We want to focus on guns. I also think the guns are automatically exchanged once they're researched, so there's no need to refit. Eastern Mediterranean, British versus the Italians, they like each other. And they are probably making love. Politics, British versus the Italians, 32, yes. So the Brits don't like the Germans, but like everyone else, and I like everyone except for the French. The Germans also don't like the French, everyone else does. Well, whatever. Let's just jump through a couple of years as quickly as we can. There's a military crisis in Cuba. French Empire sent a fleet in order to enforce their own puppet ruler. The government wonders if we should interfere. We don't... Oh, wow. -5 relations with Cuba, which isn't even on the map yet. -5 with the French. I'd like to avoid that. Send a full division. -10 with the French. Who cares about Cuba at the moment? Mark 3 3-inch. Very nice. Finances still everything on maximum, which is exactly what we want to see. 1.1 billion. Crew pool 12,000 for 30 ships. That looks good. At the same time, the French and the Italians are clashing, and the British and the Germans are clashing, which is fine with me. Large industrialists propose a redistribution of the government's budget in favor of the industrial sector at the expense of the army and navy budgets. If this gives us more GDP, I'm all for it. Navy, I should say as it is, -1.5 GDP plus 1.75 GDP. Yes, -1.5 naval GDP, but I think I can I can make do with minus 1.5% naval budget as long as the GDP is growing. One of the reasons why I'm really staying put is because the ships in the 1890s, they were really crap. They were really crap. You can put, I don't know, 3, 4 guns on a heavy cruiser, or 3, 4 very small guns on a light cruiser. It just isn't worth it. Electric battery submarines. Yeah, we don't care about submarines because they're not implemented yet. Research. Small guns, engines. I would like to keep these, but at some point I'm going to have to invest in boilers and rangefinder turret mechanisms, explosives, hull construction, hull strengthening. Armor quality, I'm going to need crop armor, but that is still a few years ahead. Let's see what it looks like in the 1900s. We're still making lots of money. During a state dinner in the British Empire, there was a heated discussion between our ambassador and members of the British government. The Prime Minister asked how we could best handle this embarrassing situation. Don't know what's embarrassing about a heated discussion, but let's see. -5 with the British, -3 prestige, +2 unrest, -11 million, +3 with the British. Yeah, let's do that. We are bitches. Improved turret gearbox, 5% turret traverse speed, which is good. Our shipping companies began to complain about additional restrictions of the French when passing the Suez Canal. What should we do? Make an official protest. Gives us -5 with the French, -15 with the French. We'll just ignore it. As I said, we are following the appeasement policies, out we all know, but it's going to be for our benefits. Torpedo contact exploder, -6% torpedo dodge chance, which is good. I mean, torpedoes at the moment for players are really crap, to be honest. You can't really choose when you fire them, and they go everywhere except where you aim them, if they even go. So yeah, not too worried about torpedoes. Eastern Mediterranean, no one cares. Mark III 11-inch. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Shipyard size is still 22.5. Mark III 4-inch. Yes. I like those higher mark guns because they're just so much better. Induced boilers, yes, that's what we needed as a first step. Later we're going to need forced and balanced, or completely different engines in the first place. Our monthly balance is slightly going down, 7.983, 7.983, 7.921. So that's why I said we are going to need a lot of money, because the economies are all faltering a little bit. Let's see what happens. Sorry, my headset just switched off. The majority in Parliament calls for immediate action against the French. What is your reaction? I completely agree. No. It's necessary to provoke them. -3. Fleet is not ready. Yep, we'll get more money. Let's see what kind of... Can we design a somewhat sensible battleship? 22,500 tons, I'm not sure. If I look at this layout, this is terrible. Roll's gun set range to maximum. We'll set it to 19 knots. Yasomirgot. Okay. Coal fuel, that's all we have. We have induced boilers, triple steam expansion, an unbalanced rudder, hydraulic steering, nickel steel armor, anti-torp 1, single hull, standard bulkhead, citadel 1, and front tower 2, secondary tower 2, funnels, big funnel, 100% engine efficiency. Put another one there in case it gets damaged. Main guns, centerline guns. So we have Mark III 11-inch guns. We have Mark III 10-inch guns. Let's see, at 10,000 meters, 0.2%, 0.5%. Let's take the 11 inches. 2 barrels. Oh, good. They are really massive. There and there, and that's what I mean. There really isn't a lot of space on these ships. Constant rangefinder, enhanced reloading, hydraulic turrets. All we have. Gun cotton, white powder. We'll leave that as it is. Semi-armor piercing will go for standard. We'll go for standard ratio. Barbette 1. Let's look for casemate guns. 5 inches are good. We'll just distribute them everywhere where we can. And the ship is already overweight, so forget it. We really can't build any worthwhile ships at the moment. So let's forget that. And I will finish 1898 in this turn, in this video, and I hope in the next video we will start to see some action. For now, we're still making money and saving money and doing whatever we can to stay out of trouble. I'm aware so far the series has been quite boring and I don't expect a lot of views, but I hope that as we approach the 1900s, late 1900s, early 1910s, and definitely in the 1920s, there's going to be a lot of action there. And as I said, we're going to auto-resolve most of it, so let's see how much the AI can screw us over. What happens in the world? At a press conference, you were asked about recent evidence that foreign espionage targets our Navy. How do you respond? Ignore it, gives us unrest. -3 with the French. Refer to the matter, constructed rumor made for internal. Yep. -3 unrest, -5 prestige. I don't care about prestige. Reinforced bulkheads. Okay, good. December 1898. Not much has happened. The Italian Empire is offering a trade agreement which it turns out to be more profitable for them than for us. It is promoted as a safety measure for the future, securing our current good relations. I agree. If we refuse, it will surely affect our relations negatively. Should we accept? I think so. Cost us, but 1% GDP. Yeah, I still think we should do that. I still think we should do that. Yep. The Italians don't love us yet, but they will eventually love us. So, this is going to be it for today. And again, another boring, basically just a click-through video. But I wanted to start the campaign as early as possible and go all the way to 1950. And while there might be some battles that are manually fight, as I said, the vast majority will be auto-resolved. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you again in the next video, which will probably be published tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care and bye-bye.